What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Geekdom 101. Wait a minute. Am I doing discussion? Oh my gosh, what is this? I don't
We're
remember
not
the last...
talking about Xenoverse or Dokkan?
Yeah, I remember the last time I made a discussion. That's just because I've been so balls deep in like Dokkan and now Xenoverse 2, and you know, Super has had a lot of awesome stuff happening, but mostly there's been like a lack of real explanation. Like everything they've been showing us so far has been in bits and pieces. I mean, you can toss out theories here and there, but it's always been like a small piece of the puzzle without having like too much to talk about just quite yet. So that's why there's been, you know, a lack of discussion there. But today's discussion actually has been sparked really on Twitter this last week. I saw it on YouTube as well. And the question is where would you rank Goku? Should we say Goku Black and Zamasu, or just Goku Black?
I would put them both together because they're both the same guy.
Don't say that part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to toss that out there. Let's just refer to him as Goku Black for now.
All right,
For now.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
They know who we're talking about.
Yeah. To those who did watch it, you know exactly what the situation is if you watched the last episode. I mean, this isn't really a spoiler because the episode aired literally a week ago, and at this point, everyone should kind of know. But if you don't know, we don't want to you know reveal too much. But the question has been tossed out is where does Goku Black rank in terms of villains, not just Dragon Ball Super, but the Dragon Ball series, period. And I know this kind of sounds ridiculous. There's gonna be people watching this video and they're gonna be like, "Wait, are you serious? Are you high?" Frieza's number one, Cell's number one, Kibu's number one. The farmer with the shotgun is one.
Don't forget Demon King Piccolo, who had the world by the balls at one point.
There's also that one. I probably should use that as an example instead of farmer shotgun. I don't even know why I said farmer shotgun. It was like the first one to come to mind.
He's not even a villain. Now I will say this, all right.
He was a villain to Raditz. You try to shoot him.
Yeah, well, and he died. That's what happens when you try to shoot anybody and you don't hit.
This is true.
That happens. No, I was gonna say, we also, and I know it's people are gonna say non-canon, but I've always felt that Baby in GT was a very good villain. Because
he was a very good villain. Yeah.
Yeah, not just his abilities to infect other people, but also the fact that he had a legitimate vendetta. Like the Saiyans wiped away his race, dude. Like that to me, like we needed more people like that.
Yeah, having actual like fuel that drives your villainy, I don't know, is also bonus points. So again, this entire video is opinionated, and everyone's going to have a different opinion down below. Like, I don't want people to like fight each other. Like, just in the comment section below, I want you to kind of drop who is the greatest villain in the series, whether it be in the movies, in GT, and Dragon Ball Z. Hell, if you want to even go into the extended universe and talk about other stuff that's like, you know, from fan fiction, go for it. I don't care. This is just your chance to kind of talk about what you like the best. In my situation, I've always liked Frieza.
Yes,
Frieza
that's
to me,
my favorite too.
Yeah, I love everything about Frieza. He's sadistic. His drive is a little bit weird compared to other villains, but he has a reason for what he's doing. He's kind of a dick, basically. But the reason why a lot of people are talking about Black right now is due to the fact that everything that he's doing and how he's executing is so like perfect. Is that the best way to say it? It's so right.
It's so beyond anybody else. Because look, I'll just say this. Frieza's a great villain because he's a complex villain. I did a video about Frieza called Frieza Explained. Go check it out. Frieza is he's a paranoid racist. He's, he's superstitious. He's immature. And we don't have a lot of villains in Dragon Ball or in any fiction that really have those kind of layers upon layers of them. And he's also very stubborn. Goku gives him chance after chance after chance, and he just keeps botching it. With Goku Black, though, we have a character that, and a lot of this was revealed in the manga, has done something that Frieza could never do, and that is he wiped out all 12 universe Kais and Gods of Destruction. That was in the Dragon Ball Super manga chapter. So. Yep. Nobody's ever done this before. Not to mention that Goku, Vegeta, Trunks have tried to fight him on 3 separate occasions and failed.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever accomplished these feats before when it comes to our main characters.
What's funny is a lot of people were like, well, Goku Black is just terrorizing Earth. Like, Frieza destroyed planets. Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys missed that point, but Black destroyed, like what Geekdom just said, Black destroyed gods. He destroyed other, forms of humanity in different universes. Like, this man has already like surpassed Frieza in terms of like his destruction, but he also has a reason. Like, now Kid Buu, you can argue has probably destroyed more than Black because he's existed for a very, very long time. But at the same time, he did have a reason for doing it. Like, Kid Buu was just kind of made for destruction. He was just like, hey, go destroy stuff, okay? Like, that's basically Kid Buu's story. Whereas Black actually has a reason. Like, he wants to purify the world, the universe, where it's just pure nature. And it's a form of justice, and it makes sense like in his way because he sees humanoids or should we just call them humans?
Mortals, whatever. And that's the thing. To add to what you're saying, he actually did destroy. You say Frieza destroyed planets. He destroyed several civilizations. When Trunks first introduced him or told, everybody about him, he said that Black had said that he had wiped out tons of people. So even though we talk about how Black went to the future and all that whole time travel mess, before he actually attacked Trunks' timeline, he had run roughshod over other universes in the future. So I mean, the guy's got a track record. We just didn't see it. Like with Frieza, we saw him blow up Planet Vegeta on screen in the Bardock special, but with Goku Black, we didn't see it. We just heard about it, but he still did it. He still did it.
Exactly.
No one's ever caused this kind of destruction. Like maybe more than Majin Buu.
Not even that. He also his execution, his plan was just very well thought out. I mean, in everyone else's defense, Frieza didn't have a time ring, Cell didn't have a time ring, Kibble didn't have a time ring. But the way he did it was like very, very crucial to why he's also ranked in the greatest villains. Because see, look, I'll tell you this right now. Frieza will always be my favorite villain, my personal favorite. But after watching Dragon Ball Super so far, I can already come to the conclusion that Black is the greatest villain in the series, period. And again, this is just my opinion. I want everybody in the comment section below to discuss their own thoughts.
I think we should probably wait until the arc is over, but I think that he's definitely in the lead, though. I mean, it's hard to argue, dude.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's defeated in like a really cop-outy way or whatever, I still think everything he's done to get to this point in the arc, it ranks at the top of like what other villains have done. I mean, he stole Goku's body. Think about that. He stole Goku's body. He recruited. Well, I guess we already kind of spoiled it. He recruited himself.
We warned them already, bro. I mean, we did warn them.
Yeah, like you have Zamasu, who's basically a immortal, and then you have Black, who is Goku. It's basically Zamasu in Goku's body with the powers of God and everything. Like, on top of that, he's a great fighter. Like, this guy is he's a genius. Like, he's kind of an asshole, of course, but he's a genius in how he executed everything in the series. And because of that, it's no doubt why he's so popular. And like, what better way to create a good... It's funny because, like, Geekdom, you and I always, like, laughed at this, about the whole idea of the whole evil Goku thing for ages. Ever since, like, Dragon Ball Z even ended back in the day, we always laughed about the whole evil Goku thing. And here we are with evil Goku.
Yeah, and that's...
What better way... Yeah, what better way to represent evil than to have, it be Goku? Like, the guy who saved humanity and, like, the universe so many times, what better way than to make him evil now and put him on the opposite end?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why the idea is corny, or why I thought it was corny, is because we have seen this in other forms of fiction before.
Right.
Bizarro Superman, Duck from Darkwing Duck. There's always, like, the twisted evil version of the good guy. And it seemed a little bit played out, but the way that it's been executed, like the idea, this whole Trunks arc, I remember when we first got news of it, a lot of us were kind of cynical because it was like, okay, they're bringing Trunks back, like it's going to be a promotion for Xenoverse or, for Dokkan or whatever.
Right.
And then now the execution of it has made it good. So that's the thing, is sometimes I guess we do kind of jump the gun. All of us in the community do, but I think that the execution and the character of Goku Black is fantastic. But the one thing I do like is that it's not really an evil Goku. It's not like Goku didn't land on his head or Universe 6. Yeah, it's actually like a possession type thing. I like that.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying I like the idea that it's the guy who protected the universe. Yeah, the face. The face of that guy, with all his advantages, like right now, is the one who's causing this havoc. On top of that, the arc overall is great. Like, there's so many, especially in Dragon Ball Super, like, this is what Super needed. I mean, I was a big fan of the Universe 6 arc just because I loved the part with Hit. The rest of the fights were kind of meh to me, I'm not gonna lie. It was cool seeing Vegeta beat everybody down, but Hit was like the saving point to the arc for me. But now that we got here, this reminded us that Dragon Ball Super can be an anime after all when you compare it to other series. And because of that, I feel like the anime overall is great. On top of that, what's happening with Trunks right now, which is incredible. Like, that greatness also adds to the arc and adds to Black's character. So, I guess in the comment section below, what I want everybody to kind of discuss here, well, not kind of discuss, but I want you to discuss, is where would you rank Black amongst all the villains in the entire Dragon Ball series? Again, if you want to go into multiverse stuff, into movies, go for it. GT, whatever you want. This is your chance to kind of, speak your opinion. Keyword, opinion. And then also what I want you to do is tell me who your favorite villain is why, if it's not Black. If Black is your villain, why is he your favorite? If not, who is your favorite and why? And how do you compare Black to them? And, basically just kind of discuss and talk about
Are you including the movies too? Because Janemba should be up there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, my problem, the thing about the movies that kind of sucks is they were
Not
limited
enough
to
time.
50 minutes. You can't do much in 15 minutes. Imagine like how great Janemba would have been as a villain over the course of, you know, an arc. But at the same time, Janemba was just basically the same thing as Kid Buu, was just pure evil incarnated and just destruction and rage and just a bunch of yelling. Ooh, that's basically all Janemba is. But still, for some reason, Janemba was great just because of his design, and I think his abilities were cool. That's what made him stand out. But again, like the thing about villains in the movies is you're only limited to what they've done there, and it's hard to like kind of gauge how effective they would have been over the course of an arc. But again, I
agree with that completely.
Yeah, but with how Black has done it, you know, with the time rings, stealing Goku's body, recruiting himself, making himself immortal, killing gods, that tells you something. Like they used a loophole to get rid of all the gods of destructions too. Because remember, if a Kaioshin dies, so does the Hakaioshin. So there's no gods of destructions to stop him. The only person that can actually stop him right now would be probably the Omni King, but he's
that's the talk right now is how they're going to be able to beat Black, because all this stuff that they got going on, we still don't know who is going to beat Black.
I feel like what's going to happen is Omni King's going to step in, and because Goku had that interaction with him a couple episodes ago, he's going to tell him to hold off and let him do it. I bet you that's going to happen, because like, let's be real enough. If Omni King stepped in, that would be the biggest cop-out, and that would just ruin the arc. But again, I'm just talking about to this point, and like Black's achievements compared to other villains, that's what I like the most. Now, as far as Cell, I want to kind of mention Cell real fast before we end this video. Cell is great, but Cell's
like Vegeta, pretty much.
Exactly. He was a very flawed villain, and you could blame the fact that he had the Saiyan cells inside of where you just wanted to see who's the strongest. Cell didn't really have any motive other than, you know, the same motive a Saiyan has, and it's to get stronger. It's to test his power against the strongest. And even though the arc was great, I loved the Android Saga. I probably would rank Cell amongst the lower end of all the other villains, just because he didn't really have like his need to be the strongest at the top. I guess is what kind of held him back as a villain. Because let's be real now, if Cell was more focused on the Frieza cells of his body, I guarantee you he could have been a crazier villain. Like he could have enslaved so many galaxies, universes, whatever. Like he could have done, well, I don't know about universes, but you get the point. He could have done a lot more, but that was like where I would rank Cell. So right now for me, Black.
Yeah, he's a narcissist, is what.
Exactly. Black and Frieza to me are amongst the top. Frieza's always gonna be my personal favorite. I grew up under him. I kind of got the nostalgic factor, and he also has a great motive. But at the same time, Black is up there right now because of everything he's done, and how he's done it, and because of that, that's why we're doing this discussion to see what the community thinks. So yeah. Any closing statements, Geekdom?
No, man. It's gonna be an interesting debate. I think it'll probably be narrowed down to probably Frieza and Black, because Frieza, you know, set all the events of the series in motion pretty much, and that's important. That's very important. And Frieza drew money, bro. Resurrection F made a lot of money, so people care about Frieza. Yeah. Other than that, I think Black's feats are gonna help push him. We're gonna probably revisit this after the arc is over and see.
Yeah, definitely.
Because this guy's going to go down. He's not going down without a fight, bro. And I like this. I like this a lot. This is going to be hard. This is a challenge. Finally, in Dragon Ball Super, we have a villain who is not just easy. Exactly. It's not going to be easy to beat. The only real tough guys we've seen outside of the main characters has been Hit and, Champa too, and the gods, other than the gods. And this guy, that's it.
And I guess technically the High Priest, but that doesn't count because I don't think they're gonna.
We haven't even seen him fight yet. So.
Unless we see the High Priest to be like a wild card in the tournament, but again, that's for a later time.
I really hope we see this. We haven't even seen Whis fight at full power.
That's true. Either way, in the comment section below, I want you guys to discuss where you rank your favorite villains amongst their feats and everything in terms of how they did. In terms of getting the mission statements across the board, and who's your favorite? How would you rank him against Black? Is Black #1? Talk down below. And I want you guys to kind of keep this peaceful. I know it's kind of hard to have Dragon Ball debates when everybody has their opinions being thrown out left and right. But be peaceful here. We're all friends here. So feel free to read each other's comments as well and discuss amongst each other. But for now, we're going to end this video right here and then jump in the comments and see what people think. Later today, the next episode is going to air and it's going to be intense. So I'm looking forward to that. But for now, we'll leave you like this. So yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed Dragon Ball Super so far, make sure you leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video as well, whatever. Any other comments, questions, feedback, you know what to do. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. This has been Geekdom and Rhymestyle, and we will see you guys in the comment section below.
Bye.